Welcome to your Wednesday yoga. How is everyone today? I'm just trying to find something. I hope you're all really well. I'm kind of in a middly mood today. Where are we going? That's what the one I wanted. No, Pocket, leave. Leave. Okay. No, you're going to be. What can you be entertained with? What is this? Okay, there we go. So today we're going to do some seated yoga. So I'm going to be on a chair, but if you want to be on the floor, then feel free to be on the floor. This was inspired by Anne, my mum's cousin, who has had a hip operation, and she would really love to get involved, but because she can't move her right knee too much, it's just kind of Parker. Just try focus, stay focused. So we're in the chair. So this is a nice one if you. Oh my god! Oh, the irony. Leave. Okay, leave. Good girl. But she's munching away on the dog Bible. Let's read into that one. Okay. Okay, so this is a good one if being on the floor is just a bit uncomfortable, not very nice, or if you spend your day at a desk. So obviously at the moment we're all kind of at makeshift desks. Not me. I'm at my regular old desk, but for those of you that do proper jobs. Yeah, so it's a nice one, just kind of that you can do at your desk if you're just even on a conference call, if the video's not on, just doing a little stretch around. So props today, and this is why she's munching away. A chair, maybe with a back cushion if you need to, if your chair isn't very supportive of your spine. I've got some books here that Parker is beautifully modelling. Oh no, don't. Oh, Thomas is going to be really sad about that. Just in case your chair is at a different height, you may just want to put something under your feet, just to try and keep you in line. So just adjusting yourself around. We're also going to be doing our cow face arms. So where we reach behind and reach up. So if you want to, you could grab your yoga mat strap or your ruler off your desk. Oh, she really is. Do you know what? The rest of the morning, she's just so chill. And it's like, she's like, lights, camera, showtime, guys. I'm going to be a little munching monster. Aren't you? So, just get your bits. You may already be in your desks and ready to go. But just if not, just get whatever you need. Parker, what about this one? What about this one? Yeah? Okay, so I might have to lose my props because I feel like I'm going to lose them to the dog anyway. But just so you can kind of, for me, like really I should just have something just because I want to lift those feet just slightly. So if you can, you've got a DVD, it doesn't have to be big, just something to prop them under your feet. I feel like I'm swimming in shark because water's with her around. She's just so ready to like, no, leave. Oh. Sorry, one sec, guys. Oh, what about this? What's that? What's that? Is that a good one? Is that a good one? Yeah, oh, this one. So, take in your seat. We'll just leave the flamingo there. They can join us. So trying to... Morning, everyone. Okay, so like I said, a cushion behind you because we just don't want to slouch into the chair. So either you're sitting up or prop yourself up. Grounding your feet down. So really full foot on the floor, hands on your knees, and then just to begin with, she has a basket of toys and then she brings out whatever's not the toy, but if it keeps her quiet, what are you going to do? So big inhale, big exhale, and just finding this new space that we're in. So we're now on a chair, so Are you sitting evenly? Zipping the core up. So when I'm saying about core, I'm not talking about having a six-pack or anything like that. It's just those muscles, that really deep muscles that none of us, we can't see on any of us, but they're really working to protect our spine. So it's just trying to keep that spine protected so we're not rounding into the lower back. Trying to roll your shoulders back, just release them down. Tucking the chin in slightly so we make the neck long as well. So obviously I hope you guys know I do this on purpose just so you can, I really empathise with you guys with kids and stuff. It's all part of the plan. I know what have you got now? No, you're not. Okay. So a few deep breaths, focus in yourself. So when this actually starts, it's going to be really short and sweet. It just takes a while. But what can you do? Life's life. Grounding yourself down. So we're going to just do a few moves here, and it's all from seated. You wouldn't need to change your clothing. You can do them at your desk. If you, like we say, with Anne, kind of getting down onto the floor, definitely moving between an option at the moment. You can just be as you are, pajamas, yoga clothes, work clothes, whatever you need. And as much as the movements, it's also just allowing yourself that time to just be still and just really focus on what you're doing. So we're going to begin with some neck exercises, and we're moving slowly with our breath. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the chin up. And as we exhale, lowering the chin down. So eyes open or closed, but you're trying to slow the movement to match your breath. So slowly, slowly, the breath becomes deeper, and a more conscious breath, the movement becomes slower too. So even with this, being aware, as Parker is beautifully demonstrating, I'm sure you've all got your own distractions going on. There's noises outside, noises inside. You're kind of being pulled apart. So it's just trying to focus. There will always be distractions, especially if you're doing these at your desks. So it's learning to just try to switch off and slow down. So constantly just keep checking that you're grounding through your feet, that your spine. She's now got some form of tool. We're going to pause back in the centre, and then we're going to do the same but going from left to right. So big inhale at centre. And exhale. You're turning your neck so your right chin becomes over your right shoulder. Inhale to center. And exhale to the side. So like I say, you want to slow the movement down to your breath. If you reach the end before your breath is finished, just pause, allow the breath to finish, and then coming back into your movement. Inhaling at the center and exhaling to the side. One more on each side. So inhaling center and exhaling side. And we're not trying to get any pain or hurt, but just going to where you feel that stretch. Again, making sure the shoulders are relaxed and your spine is strong. Inhaling back to center. Let's go into some circles. So with an exhale, dropping your chin to your chest. And then rolling your head to the side. So your right ear comes to the right shoulder. And then round so your chin comes to the ceiling. And then we complete the circle, left ear to left shoulder, and then chin to chest. To continue in that direction, so we inhale on the way up, and exhale on the way down. Keep going one more time that way. Your mind will want to wander or be feeding you information. So we just need to acknowledge that our mind's wandered or we've become focused on something else. As soon as you've realised, be grateful for that awareness. We're going to change direction here. So going back the other way, left ear to left shoulder. Be grateful for the awareness. But just let the thought go. Come back to your breath. Trying to breathe all the way into your stomach. And when you exhale, exhale from your stomach as well. One more time in that direction. Good, and then gently coming back to center. So hands on your shoulders, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So again, this is a nice one you can do it at your desk, but if you've been sat in an odd position, maybe a bit hunched over, it's nice to just really open up our neck and shoulders. So we're inhaling as we lift and exhale as we lower. And if you can, you're aiming, going to squeeze to get your elbows as close as they can together in front of you each time. Big circles. And gently change your direction. Really sweeping up, squeezing those shoulders together. And on this one as well, your lower back, which actually I'm doing a little, is wanting to arch to get that lift. But actually try and tuck the tailbone under, keep that core in, just so the movement is coming from the shoulders. That's all we need. So it may mean that your movement is slightly smaller, but it's in the right place. Good. And release down. So interlock your fingers, big reach up. So you'll recognize these. Lots of these are what we do on the floor, but now it's just a variation to do it in a chair. Inhale, really opening up the shoulders, lifting it up. And as you exhale, you're going to try and push your right hip down into the chair and stretch over to your right side. And I want you to stretch with both arms. So we're trying to not collapse into the right, but we're really focused on lengthening that left. Inhaling back up and exhale to the other side. So actually, even just from doing the, even just from doing these moves, I'm noticing that I'm getting warm already. I could probably take my top off. So just, it doesn't feel like we're doing much, but just these movements are warming up the body, trying to release any tension. Once more, leaning over to your left side. Back up to center. Release the arms to shoulder height as if you're trying to push two walls away from you. Level out my arms. So fingers back towards you. You should really feel that stretch along your arms. Good. Release them down. Then another big inhale, reaching them up. And we're coming into our spine rotation. So placing your left hand on your right knee. We're going to rotate round. So depending on what chair you're on, maybe you'll place the hand by the base of the spine. You may just rest it on the top of the chair. Big inhale up and exhale. Trying to look over your shoulder. What's a really nice one on the chair. So just taking a few breaths there. Each inhale trying to go tall. And as you exhale, trying to go deeper. Inhale back up to center. And then to the other side. So your right hand on your left knee. Hand on the chair or at the base of the spine. Inhaling tall and exhaling round. So this can be described as kind of, we're trying to corkscrew. So we're going taller rather than we're leaning back into that twist. And try to use your eyes, if your eyes are open, try to look into the corner of your eyes so they're involved in the stretch. And focus on one point rather than moving your eyes around. Good. Inhale. Big reach back up. And release the arms down. Okay, we've got two more arm stretches or shoulder stretches from our cow face, which is where we sit on the floor and we cross our legs over. So we're going to lift our arms up. We're going to drop our left arm behind our back. So you can hold this elbow and you're pushing the elbow into the hand is the elbow. So there's a big stretch here. Or you can sweep your right arm behind you and try to reach to the fingers. So if they reach, that's great, just hold on. Or using something to bridge the gap. So like I say, if you're at your desk, maybe a ruler. I don't know. Obviously, I'm picturing everyone at their school desks. Whatever you might be using a ruler for. Or your yoga mat strap or a sock or something to bridge the gap in between. Or as I say, just holding your elbows. Either way, finding your one. And then trying to bring the shoulders, big stretching. If you're in this pose, you're trying to bring your shoulders back, opening up the elbows. So trying to bring the elbows behind you so the chest is open, shoulders are opening. Good. And then trying to take your top elbow towards the ceiling, the lower elbow towards the chair. So if you're in this one, just lifting up this shoulder. And releasing out. Big stretch, pushing those walls away again, and then going to the other side. So it's now the right arm that drops down behind you. Oh no, I'm so confused now because this flips my image. So your other arm, which I think is my right, but I was sure it's just, anyway, yeah, your right arm dropping down. So either hold it with your elbow and reach around behind. So do every variation. You'll notice a difference in your sides. So with this one, you don't need to do the same on each side. Just do whichever one kind of gets you the stretch. Try to open up the chest, stretch in the shoulders. Try to breathe deeply, become aware of your core again, and zip up those corset muscles. So corset muscles, our transverse muscles run around us, our core, like a corset. So we're trying to, they're really deep muscles, protecting our spine, protecting our organs. So we don't get any flashy six packs from those, but they do a lot of work. So we really need to work on those ones. Good, release it out. Stretching the arms out again. And this time into our eagle arms. So sometimes we do this in other poses, or you might do it in a standing pose. So once again, I was just noticing, which is a nice view for you, just chilling in my chair, just trying to make sure your ankles, knees, hips are in line. So just is a conscious posture that we're keeping. So arms out, we're going to swing our right arm under our left. Try to bring the palms together, or holding the shoulders, or grabbing wherever you can, eventually trying to aim to have palm to palm, but wherever you can get. Pulling your shoulder blades apart. And then again, keeping your tailbones up down, the core engaged, you're lifting up, taking your gaze up. So this is a lovely stretch for our back. So we're going through all of these. If you're at your desk or you're seated watching TV, if you can just sit up, you could just do one of them. I mean, it's not very yogi to do stretches while watching TV, but I think sometimes we just need to, take the hits when we can. We do what we can. Good. Stretching the arms back out, and then you're going to go to the other side. So, bringing the palms together wherever you can. Core engaged. Inhale, reaching up. And just breathe in there. Again, if your eyes are closed, keep them closed. If they're open, try to focus on one point. Good. And release. Ooh, shake those arms out. So now we're going to do a seated version of the cat-cow. So working along our spine. So hands on your knees. So we're going to inhale. We're tilting the pelvis forward. So now we are really going for that arch in the back. So tilting that pelvis forward, lifting the chest, lifting the chin, gazing up. And as you exhale, tucking the tailbone under. So the top of the belly goes back. Belly button in, chin to chest, rounded down, trying to take your gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, reach up. So just moving with your breath, and keep your shoulders away from your ears as you lift up. Exhale, round it back. 2 more times. Inhale in. Exhaling round. Inhale in. And exhale. Good. Okay. Back. Some little cabaret dance I'm doing here. So sitting down. So in standing yoga, we often do forward folds. So in our salutation, it's a really kind of passive, relaxing stretch. So what I'd like you to do is inhale, reaching up, and you can bring your arms forwards or out to the side. Obviously, if you're doing a chair version because you haven't got your full range of movement, just being aware of this one, only doing what you can. It could be that you lay a cushion in front of you here. So let me just, risk of moving the dog. Placing a cushion in front of you and just kind of laying so it supports you there. And you could have a few cushions, just so you kind of get that release, but without going as far. Otherwise, you're releasing all the way forward into a forward fold. So you're looking between your legs, making sure your head, neck and shoulders are released. And that's it. Just stay there for a breath or two. Just relax into that. We're lengthening and releasing through the spine. Little stretch of the hamstrings, but just allowing the head to feel with new blood going to our head, neck area. Taking some pressure off of our heart. It's a really nice calming one. Oh, not that one. That's my Nando's pen. When you're ready, you can big reach back up with your arms, or you can slowly curl yourself back up. But either way, when you get to the top, just lengthening again to realign our spine. And release. No. Leave. Oh, man. But this one. She's not silly. She knows she wants whatever she can't have. Okay. So our last one is our keyhole or figure 4 stretch. So this is the same as when we line our back and do a keyhole stretch, or when we come into a pigeon pose. So we're going to start by bringing our right ankle onto our left knee. So I'm aware if you're doing this pose because of kind of injuries, this one may not be for you. So just see how you go, but don't push anything too far here. So staying here, and then we're just leaning into that stretch. So really, you should be feeling this on the outside of your hips, so our glute muscles are stretching down. So the lower you go, so you can combine this with your forward fold and just release forward. Ooh, that's quite an intense stretch. So just doing what you can. Parker. Hey. Good girl. Just releasing there. So any of these you can hold for kind of 10 seconds. You can hold up for a minute. Maybe doing a little bit of work while you're here. Doing things while you're stretching is not yoga. But again, like I say, sometimes you just need the stretch. So just do what you can. If you're doing it with yoga, then just try to breathe and relax into it. Gently coming back up. Trying to keep a strong spine as you come back up. Release that foot, and then we're going to go to the other side. So same again. Your ankles on your thigh, and then just leaning forward. So trying to get the lean from the hips to begin with, and then release it down. Or not releasing down, wherever you feel that stretch. Just staying there. And to breathe deeply. So she's now just weeing on the carpet. Does this happen in your office, guys? Do your colleagues just go and wee on the carpet? They chew your pen and then they wee in the corner of the office. Inhaling back up. Release those legs down. You might just want to move them around a little bit. Okay, so that's our sequence. So we're going to stay and just do a little bit of breathing now. But there you're just some kind of neck, your shoulders, your arms, your spine, and a little bit of our hips. So big inhale, reaching up. And exhale down. So we're going to come into your arm breath movements. So if you actually are at your desk, you might just need a little bit of space, depending on where you are. So we're going to inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, lowering down to about shoulder height. Inhale, reaching forward, pulling your shoulder blades apart, and exhaling in towards you. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale forward. And exhale in. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale forwards. And exhale in. And just continue with that. So, Anne, so doing this, you can repeat this. So this might be the first time you're seeing it. It could be the 7th time you're seeing it. So you can always, if sitting in this position is too long, then just separate them. Do maybe the neck stretches, and then when you feel like it, doing the others. If you feel that you could do more, you can always do it again, or just kind of repeat each one for twice the times. So just listening to your body, starting gently. Anyone that's coming back from an operation or an injury, always just be gentle with your body. It's been through a lot. It's working harder than you know behind the scenes. So just allow it the time to recover. Just move it, inhaling, reaching the arms up, really lengthening. Exhale, stretching out to the sides. Inhale, bring the arms forwards. And exhale, drawing that in. So you can continue with those or just resting your hands on your thighs. Whichever one you're whichever one you're doing. I might have to start doing crowdfunding to replace all the things that she chews. So rested as you are. Your attention inwards. Allowing your breath to deepen. So knowing that all yoga, seated, on the mat, standing, is all just allowing us to release our tensions, to enable us to sit still, to sit quietly. Try to focus on your breath. And today is Earth Day, which started 50 years ago, 1970. It's just a focus on how we can help this beautiful planet that we're on. So if you like to make intentions, maybe that could be the focus of your intention today. How will you tread gently on this beautiful earth? On your next inhale, big, reaching the arms up, waking yourself up again, palms together. Exhale, lowering your hands in front of your heart, bowing your head. Namaste. Good. I made it. The plants made it. I still got my chair. I hope you're all well. And so chair variation or seated is just a different variation. Okay. So you don't need to have a reason to be in the chair. If you don't work at a desk or you haven't got an injury, you can still do it anyway. Why not just kind of mix it so your body gets used to a different attitude? So I hope you are having a lovely Wednesday. Enjoy Earth Day if you can. Go embrace that sunshine or the grass or the sky or cold water or whatever you can get your hands on. And yeah, maybe think of what you can do. A little bit extra recycling. Thanks, Vicky. Oh, I thought that. I really want a little, in Mockingbird or like Hunger Games where they do the little I'm with you. I could see someone on the comment and I just really wanted to be, they had their music on and they were just doing a silent disco, two girls on their own. I just from a distance wanted to be like, yeah, I feel you, I'm with you. I get that. So if anyone's got a gesture that we could use, that would be amazing. Tomorrow, Thursday, we've been doing our agreements. So we are doing our third agreement, which is, I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay, have a lovely day. Bye.